Welcome to the Church of Thomas. Stewardship, 11:5-10. One of the things that has always appalled me is people who have a great deal of something and as a result don't value what they have to the point of throwing half of it away. For instance, making a dinner that could feed 10 people, eating 4 servings out of it, and going, I'm not in the mood for leftovers, and tossing the rest. I have been through hungry times that basically have taught me a valuable lesson as far as resources are concerned. Everything that comes to my hand, I consider that God has given it to me. No matter how hard I may have worked to get the money to get it, I know that my health and my ability to do that work comes from God. By wasting things that are put into our care, we become bad stewards. In the Church of Thomas, we value stewardship a great deal, and we believe that the things that God has blessed us with need to be invested so that they earn dividends, rewards, accumulate for God, for us, and for the world. Here are some verses that might help illustrate. First one is Gospel of Thomas, verse 45. Jesus said, "Grapes cannot be harvested from brambles. Figs cannot be gathered from thistles, for they do not produce fruit. A good person brings out good from their storehouse, their heart. An evil person brings out evil things from their evil storehouse, evil filling their heart. What is in the heart always slips out of the mouth. They will say evil things. Out of the evil filling their hearts, they bring out all sorts of evil into the world." Verse 74. Jesus said, "The one sees how many are around the drinking trough. The one also sees that they do not try to fill the cistern. You cannot take God's love without trying to give some of it back." Then we have Matthew 25:14-30. "For it is said of a man going on a journey summoned his slaves and entrusted his property to them. To one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, to another to each according to his ability, and then he went away. The one who had received 5 talents went off at once and traded with them and made 5 more talents. In the same way, the one who had 2 talents made 2 more talents. But the one who had received 1 talent went off and dug a hole in the ground and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those slaves came and settled accounts with them. Then the one who had received 5 came forward, bringing 5 more talents, saying, 'Master, you handed over to me 5 talents. See, I have made 5 more.' His master said to him, 'Well done, good and trustworthy slave. You have been trustworthy in a few things, and I will put you in charge of many things. Enter into the joy of your master.' And the one with 2 talents also came forward. 'Master, you handed over to me 2 talents. See, and I have made 2 more.' And the master said to him, 'Well done, good and trustworthy slave. You have been trustworthy in a few things, and I will put you in charge of many things. Enter into the joy of your master.' And the one who had received the 1 talent came forward and said, 'Master, I knew that you are a harsh man, reaping where you did not sow and gathering where you did not scatter seed. So I was afraid, and I went and I hid your talent in the ground. Here you have what is yours.' But the master replied, 'You wicked and lazy slave. You knew, did you, that I reap where I did not sow and I gather where I did not scatter? Then you ought to have invested my money with the bankers, and on my return I would have received what was my own with interest. So take the talent from him and give it to the one with the 10 talents. For all those who have, more will be given, and those who have abundance. But from those who have nothing, even what they have will be taken away. As for this worthless slave, throw him into the outer darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth." I think the point here is that God is trying to emphasize through the parable of the master slave with the talents that if we have the ability to help, and we don't do our utmost to try and do something about it, to give back to the world, then we are the equivalent of the slave who hid the 1 talent in the ground, saying, well, it's better off that nothing happened because then I can't lose it. Well, it's like a muscle. If you don't use it, you do lose it. And that's exactly what God is saying. God bless the whole world, no exceptions. Angel Eliza.